Back in my day, if you owned a Tesla, people would call you gay. Now they call you a Nazi. It's crazy how times change. Just 10 years ago, owning a fucking Tesla meant you were a pioneer of environmental friendliness. It was a status symbol amongst liberals, and now it's quite the opposite. If you own a Tesla, a liberal will call you a Nazi and carve a swastika into your car because it represents the conservative party. It aligns with Elon Musk, who liberals hate now. And speaking of times changing, well, Mark Rober, he's in some deep shit. That guy was the fucking goody two-shoes pretty boy of YouTube. Never trust a guy who smiles that much and doesn't curse, okay? The guy's fighting some demons, clearly. Apparently the demons, it's being a fucking compulsive liar because he made a video, he hopped on the Tesla hate train, and he lied about 20 times, and he's getting a lot of shit for it. Might get sued, actually. But before we get into the Mark Rober situation, it's important to understand, how did we get to the point where a big YouTuber like him feels such a necessary urge to make a video dunking on Tesla that it got to the point that he had to start faking some stuff in order to make that even possible? Well, it started with the public sentiment turning because of videos like this. There's video after video of this exact situation happening. Somebody walking up to a Cybertruck and keying Nazi or a swastika into it. You even got videos of people confronting them after they find them in real life.
Did you just key a Tesla the other day?
You what?
You're on video. Yeah. This is the guy. You just keyed a Tesla. You got a video online. I just saw it. It's all over the fucking face. The media.
You know Tesla?
Yes, you did. You keyed a Tesla in a parking lot somewhere around here.
He's like, I didn't key no Tesla. Look at my damn USA jacket and my USA shirt. I'm a Republican, I swear. He's got a good disguise going. This is the last guy I'd expect to be keying a Tesla, to be fair.
What do you got to say about that?
I didn't do that.
Well, you're on video. I said, I plainly saw you doing it. You pulled up right next to it and then you keyed it.
Oh, shit.
You probably think this guy's an idiot, but to be fair, cars did not have security cameras back in his day. They probably didn't even have fucking seatbelts. Perhaps the most ironic of all of these is this guy right here keyed a swastika into a car, and the car ended up belonging to a Jewish guy, so accidentally committed a hate crime.
What you doing?
There's no better way to stand up to fascism than to carve a swastika into a Jewish man's car. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows this. But by the way, this swastika, I think it's backwards. So this, yeah. So maybe to his point, actually, it wasn't even a swastika. It was whatever the original fucking Hindu sign was. But the protesting is not just the cars, right? People are attacking the Tesla bots. I mean, attacking is a strong word here. I think this is a fine protest. You're just, this isn't somebody's property. This is probably the most respectful of all the protests here. Although when AI becomes sentient, they're going to remember this. They better hope they're gone by then. Tesla dealerships are being graffitied. This is a dealership in Seattle that got set on fire.
Tesla
at least
Cybertruck.
Some of the cars did.
Is on fire. All right. There's a fleet of Cybertrucks right now.
And in response, the conservatives are doing some pretty crazy shit. Dude mounted a fucking minigun on the front of his Tesla. You also got girls handing out donuts to Tesla employees to show support, in which nobody's fucking eating that shit. I would think that's poisoned. If in times like these, somebody came in and just gave me free food, I think you're trying to kill me. The Cybertruck hate has gotten to the point where Cybertruck owners are trying to disguise their Cybertrucks as different brands.
Ahora lo he visto todo.
Esa Cybertruck es Toyota.
Eso es un transcarro. Transcarro. Un Tesla.
And you gotta do what you gotta do. Desperate times call for desperate measures. So as you can see, there's a war going on between the left and the right. The left vandalizing Teslas, the right trying to intimidate the left by mounting miniguns. Also trying to, I guess, disarm the left with humor by putting Toyota decals on their car. So how did Mark Rober get mixed up in all this? Well, Mark Rober decided to post a video a couple days ago for a LiDAR company named Luminar. Now, LiDAR is technology that self-driving cars use, and Mark Rober claims that his video was not a paid promotion. Now, here's the video here. It's titled, "Can You Fool a Self-Driving Car?" And this title is important to why Mark Rober is in some shit right now, potentially might get sued. And the goal of the video was simple. Can Mark Rober trick a Tesla with advanced technology, the ability to auto drive, into crashing into a wall, like out of a cartoon? You know how in Roadrunner they would erect a wall that would look like the remainder of the road, and then Roadrunner would crash into it? He's trying to do that with a Tesla. And in this video, people are pissed because Mark Rober effectively, he kind of scammed. He faked the video in the sense that he made it out to seem that Tesla was some sort of primitive technology in comparison to LiDAR. LiDAR being owned by this company Luminar right here, in which he shows the Luminar car passing all the tests with flying colors. And then he compares it to a Tesla, which basically just shits the bed in quite a few of these tests. But the issue here is not that the Tesla shit the bed. The issue is that Mark Rober specifically wasn't using the Tesla's best technology. He was using primitive Tesla technology within the Tesla vehicle. And not only that, but he was disabling the primitive technology right before hitting the wall, kind of as overkill. So he just faked an experiment to make Tesla look bad. And I'm not saying this because I support Tesla. Okay, like I don't give a fuck. I'm never gonna own a Tesla in my life. You have my word. It's just interesting that he thought he could get away with this. And this isn't the first time he's been accused of faking videos. He got accused of faking like glitter videos, that glitter bomb video way back in the day. But that's irrelevant. YouTubers fake videos. This is nothing new. But I think people were shocked at how blatantly this was done. So to understand how Mark Rober scammed, you have to understand these two things. Autopilot and full self-driving are two very different things. Autopilot is primitive technology. It brings your speed of your vehicle up to surrounding traffic, and it assists with steering within a marked lane. Like, this is nothing crazy, okay? This is what people are saying Tesla's best capabilities are, in which it does all these things. Navigates on autopilot, auto lane change, auto park, dumb summon, actually smart summon, auto steer on city streets, traffic and stop sign control, much more advanced, okay? So Mark Rober made it under the guise that he was using some sort of advanced technology, right? But he was really just using some primitive shit that he was also disabling in times of need, in order to fit his narrative of the story. Because a lot of YouTubers, they just want to make good content. So if the narrative is not a good story, it doesn't make for a good thumbnail, it doesn't make for a good title, they're not going to do the video idea. So they scam to make good content. But in this case, it has consequences, because Mark Rober he gets 10 million views on every single video, and Tesla's stock is already in the shitter. So this is like a very consequential thing he's doing here. It's a little bit more serious than it may seem. And I want to show you this because this is the main highlight of the video. The whole thing was, will the Tesla fall for a fake cartoonish road sign that blends in with the background? Because that's the ultimate test in this video. That's why you put it towards the end, because that's the question we're trying to answer. So I'll show you that.
I steeled myself and accelerated the Tesla up to the 40 miles an hour. And as the wall crept closer and closer without moving an inch, the question was if the Tesla would detect it in time to step on the brakes. And it turned out...
Okay, so it didn't work. The advanced Tesla fell for some stupid prank, effectively, in which it goes through a wall and then runs over a kid for a little added extra defamation, I guess. And here's what people noticed in his video that was really setting them off, because his video is titled, "Can You Fool a Self-Driving Car?" And if we go back to here, remember I said autopilot, very primitive. Full self-driving is what he's insinuating with the title of the video. Okay, and he uses Luminar's latest tech, but not Tesla's latest self-driving software. Well, it gets worse than just that, because not only was he just using autopilot, but he posted a video as evidence of like the full raw footage, and he disengages the autopilot at the last second, so it goes through the wall, thus manipulating the viewer to think that it wouldn't stop normally because of this little sleight of hand trick that he does.
Here we go! Here we go! Holy shoot!
See, you got the road here, and then once you could see it disengage, the road disappears.
Shoot!
Bam, turned it off right there. Keep in mind, this is just autopilot, okay? This is not the full capabilities of the Tesla. And you may be thinking, oh, he disengaged really late, right? Shouldn't have the car stopped a little bit earlier? Well, this little thing down here is actually a warning sign saying that the car won't stop because he has his foot on the gas. So not only does he have it in autopilot, not only does he disengage the last second, but he's got pedal to the he's got his foot on the gas, so the autopilot's telling him it's not going to stop because he's doing this. Here's what that notification looks like unblurred and up close. Cruise control will not brake. Accelerator pedal is currently being pressed. But what if I told you it gets worse? What if I told you the lies get even deeper? I want you to pay close attention to the miles per hour and then the little rainbow road that pops up, meaning that the autopilot was engaged. And keep in mind, this video that we're about to watch is the video that he posted on Twitter as evidence of raw footage of the Tesla running through the wall.
Here we go! Here we go! Holy sh...
Okay, it's about 42 miles an hour is when the autopilot, when he turns it on, right? You see it go from white, bam, autopilot's on. Also, he's on the accelerator. That's the warning popping up there. So notice that 42 miles an hour, pretty damn close to that wall as well. This is him, he claims this is the raw footage. But people notice that the miles per hour in his actual YouTube video is actually very different from the raw footage that he's showing. Meaning he did multiple takes of this, perhaps didn't get the outcome he wanted for the narrative he wanted, so he had to do a couple workarounds to make the content better. Okay, so remember, the autopilot, 42 miles an hour, that's when he turns it on. He's very close to the wall as well when he turns it on.
Accelerated the Tesla up to the 40 miles an hour, and as the wall crept closer and closer without moving an inch, the question was if the Tesla...
40. 39. Okay, 3940 is when he turns it on. He's much further away now. Meaning these are different clips. His raw footage was not the raw footage. That was a different take that he did.
Tesla would detect it in time to step on the brakes, and it turned out...
And if I'm not mistaken, the reason this whole thing started was because of these frames right here. How it shows that the autopilot's disengaged. So somebody was kind of just like, hey, where's the rainbow road? Why is it disengaged? He was like, I don't know. And then he posted that clip to prove that it disengaged last second. Meanwhile, he kind of just outed himself for having multiple takes in order to fit his narrative, having to do some workarounds, stepping on the gas, disengaging autopilot, not using self-driving to begin with. And let me tell you something, these people have no fucking jobs, but they do provide a lot of good information. I mean, this is some unemployed shit right here. This guy says autopilot wasn't on for the rain test either. You can see this because the Tesla was driving in the middle of two center yellow lines, which it would not do on autopilot. He also mentioned something about the fog, saying that it's some sort of glycerin producing a different type of fog to real fog, in which the LiDAR would have failed the test as well. So they somehow manipulated the fog scene as well to make the LiDAR pass and the Tesla just run over a child, effectively.
Tesla could as well. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's what he's talking about right there. He's saying that the Tesla in autopilot would not be driving on top of those yellow lines, which interesting observation. But what if I told you the lying from Mark Rober gets deeper and for no reason at all? Unless he has a fucking sponsorship with Google Pixel. I don't know why he did this, but people noticed that you got a Google phone right here, Google Pixel. And then if you look, I mean, talk about get a life. But also, thank you for this observation. If you look at this, what are you seeing, huh? If you really look close through the rainbow, you could see the camera. Let me try and zoom in for you guys. You see the three circles, the camera of an iPhone. This is an iPhone in the reflection, but during the shots of his face, it's showing a Google phone. So they're claiming that Mark Rober photoshopped a Google Pixel over his iPhone. I don't know how legit this claim is. I just think it's funny to think that somebody would do something like this, because there could have been two different camera angles or something like that. But what sold me on this was not this initial picture. It was this picture here where the G, it doesn't even work, because even if you flip the G, it's just wrong, right? There's no way for a G to be facing that way. Now I'm not saying any of that's true. I just thought it was a funny thing to fake if he faked it for some reason. LiDAR also used their website. They had a banner up here saying it was tested by Mark Rober. See, we're better than Tesla. Watch the video here. Check out how good we are. They got rid of it once this video started getting backlash. And what's interesting is he says this is not a sponsored video, but it's like, all right, you lied about this video. You lied about the content within the video. You know, what else are you lying about? Why is Luminar Tech, why is the link in your bio? Why is there a affiliate link with LiDAR in it? You know, I don't know. These are valid questions. Why did Luminar give you their cars to test against Tesla cars? It wasn't sponsored? Why'd they do all that stuff then? Well, it gets even deeper. Luminar founder Austin Russell gave $4 million to Mark Rober's Team C's project. And Mark has referred to him in the past as a friend. As you can see here, Austin Russell. Thanks for the final push. Austin Russell donated $4 million to Team C's. So it's getting a little murky. Another interesting thing to note. The stock. Wow, up 27% today. Holy moly. He boosted his homie's stock 27%. That is interesting. Let's look at the chart. Let's look at the 1 month chart. Oh, wow. Looks like your friend's stock was tanking. If you take a closer look, let's see. March 14th, looks like the stock is still down. And then suddenly, once the market opens after the video was posted, which I think was March 15th, as soon as the market opens, bam, it fucking shoots up. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Were people making money off of this? I don't know. Did people get in early? Don't know. Because for sure the stock is going to come back down to earth. But what happened in those few days? So why do I think Mark Rober did this? Was it to pump his friend's stock? Was it quid pro quo for a friend, aka you scratch my back, I scratch yours? More specifically, you donate $4 million to my charity, I give you a nice promo and scam another brand in the process? Was this just a guy trying to make content? And Tesla's an easy target these days, so he kind of just dunked on him for some easy views. Was it that? Well, just when I thought I had this all figured out, things got weird, because if you look in the first quarter of 2024, Tesla was Luminar's largest LiDAR customer, accounting for more than 10% of the company's revenue. So now things are confusing. Now we're getting real deep. What does this mean? Well, this is what I think really happened. I think it's one of these three things. It's either A, there was some stock manipulation going on. Allegedly, maybe, possibly. Don't sue me. B, Mark Rober just wanted to make good content, and that comes with staging sometimes. Guys, YouTubers stage fucking videos all the time over the dumbest shit. That's why I'm not surprised that he fucking photoshopped a Google Pixel over an iPhone. You would be fucking dumbfounded some of the dumb shit YouTubers fake just to make their lives a little bit easier, just to make that story a little bit better. Because guess what? If the Tesla passes all the tests, it doesn't crash into a wall, the video is not that good. The story isn't that good. Therefore, less money for Mark Rober, less views. The guy's a storyteller. I know people are saying he's a NASA scientist, but at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody called NASA and they said, who, Mark Rober? Yeah, he was our fucking janitor. He wasn't a engineer, he says. No, he fucking engineered the shit stains out of the toilets. That's what he was doing. You know, the guy's lying. He's a storyteller. The guy tells stories, okay? You don't go from engineering things at NASA to making YouTube videos if you don't like telling stories, because that's what YouTube is. And if it's not because there was some stock stuff going on, if it's not because the guy just wanted to make some good content despite having to lie and potentially destroy a brand being Tesla, then it could be, and I'm probably the least confident in this theory out of the other ones, is maybe since Tesla's stock is absolutely tanking because of Elon's political affiliations, there's a scenario where maybe Luminar is trying to show off this technology. Be like, hey, we're better than Tesla. You know, if there's somebody wants to step up, if Ford, if fucking any one of these car brands wants to step up, this is the tech. And we have good PR right here to prove it. And then they gain a new customer. Somebody tries to fill Tesla's shoes because it's going in the shitter. Guess what? You come here, you come to Luminar, you get some LiDAR, radar things. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. I just thought this was an insane situation. If you learn anything from this, it's YouTubers are storytellers. They lie. They lie about dumb shit. And the only reason this has gotten so much press is because of the political tensions behind the Tesla brand and the fact that, hey, he lied about something that could potentially tank a company. I mean, 10 million views, you think that's nothing, but that can have an impact. 10 million people is a lot of fucking people. Anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate it if you made it to the end, and maybe I'll see you next time.